Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to Toppa Field here in beautiful and historic Newport, Rhode Island, where the Salve Regina University Seahawks will be taking on the Bears of Bridgewater State University in a non-conference soccer match. Hello again, and welcome. I am Andrew Pizzelli, alongside Saul Gualtieri here today, bringing you the call. The Seahawks 3-1-0 on the season, Bridgewater 2-2-1 on the season, and it is a beautiful afternoon we have here. Some clouds rolling in, but after yesterday in the downpouring, we had a perfect afternoon here for some soccer. I'd like to welcome into the broadcast now my good friend Saul Gualtieri. And Saul, how are you doing here this afternoon?
Andrew, we're good. Yesterday was awful, like you said, but you can see the sun a little bit through the clouds, but it's a great day for soccer, and these ladies are ready to go.
What do you think about this matchup here today, a non-conference matchup for the Seahawks and the Bears?
I think it'll be a good test for the Seahawks as they get into conference play. They're 1-0 so far in conference play. And, we'll see. It'll be a good test for them. They've had their struggles against Bridgewater lifetime. They're 4-18 against the Bears, so we'll see, Andrew. I mean, the Seahawks got to get it done today.
Yep. And in goal for Salve Regina is Carly Pala, the senior from Milford, Connecticut. She is 3-1-0 on the season. In between the pipes, 29 saves for Carly. She'll be opposed by Kelly Souza, who is 2-2-1. Both goalies starting every game here for the Bears. Souza 2-2-1, and she has got 29 saves as well between the pipes. And as you said, Sal, 18-4-1 is the record for the Bears all time over the Seahawks. Seahawks did win last year's contest. It was Abby McMacken who potted the game winner a minute 50 into a second overtime to help lift the Seahawks to a 1-0 win in Bridgewater. But for the majority of their history, it has been the Bears who get the better of the Seahawks. Just about underway here. Seahawks playing on Toppa Field, usually home to Salve Regina football and softball, but getting the chance to play on the turf here tonight. Usually the Seahawks play on the grass at Brother Reynolds Field, but after the rain that we had the past couple days, the field is soaked, and not wanting to totally destroy their home field, the Seahawks getting a chance to play here on the artificial surface. And Sal, we were talking before the game, you've played soccer for a long time, and what are some of the differences in playing on turf versus playing on the grass?
Well, Andrew, the ball is going to be moving a lot faster. The ball is going to be moving nonstop. It's going to be sort of like we're playing hockey here today. The surface is a lot slicker. The ball's going to roll a lot, and these ladies got to be prepared for it.
McMacken and DeFalco out at midfield. Seahawks getting ready, and we are underway. Swinging the right leg, and the ball bouncing into the Bears' territory, into the corner. Chasing it down is Caitlin Rowley, and Rowley will look to escape. Alana Vincent feeds it out to midfield, held in by Katie Zimrella for the Seahawks. Now her sister Emily boots it forward, and it's kept alive. Tripped up for a moment for the Seahawks. That was Devin DeFalco, and she draws a foul early on. Seahawks will get the free kick.
Andrew, the last 4 matchups between these schools, so the last 4 years, have resulted in 1-goal games, so we should be in for a tight one this afternoon.
McMacken will be the one to put the ball in play here. McMacken walks forward, swings the right leg, ball driven towards the net, and it'll skip wide of the left pipe as Kelly Souza watches it go by.
The Seahawks average 15 shots per match coming into this contest, so that's number 1. Interested to see how many they could put on the board today.
Ball bouncing out to midfield. Katie Zimrella trying to head it forward. Her sister Emily pokes it with the foot along the far touchline. It's driven deep into Seahawk territory. Chasing back now is Amanda Fantasia. She's not able to get it too far away. Held in by the Bears. Straight away up top, that's Caitlin Rowley. Trying to thread the needle down the right side. Now a shot on the goal, and they score. Emma Saunders on the right side feeds it past Carly Pala. And just like that, the Bears strike back, and it's 1-0 Bridgewater.
Sanders is a junior from Seekonk, Mass. That's her first of the season. And she's the 9th goal scorer for the Bears, and they have 11 goals on the season, so they're spreading the love here at Bridgewater.
Yeah, balanced attack for the Bears. And quickly, not even 2 minutes gone into this match, and the Bears are on top 1-0. Now off and running is Alana Vincent. She fires it wide into the far side corner. It'll go out of play. Seahawks will get a goal kick. Interesting to see, too, both goaltenders wearing the neon green jerseys.
Seahawks wearing their home whites, and the Bears wearing red with black shorts and red socks.
Rowley again to Vincent. Ball hopping near the Seahawks 18. Emily Zimrello punts it out to midfield. Devin DeFalco trying to turn with it. Can't get to it. Maxwell along the near sideline. Trying to get it to DeFalco, and that is read beautifully and taken by the Bears. Bongerzone with the steal that time, and now looking for space is Vincent. Back to Bongerzone at midfield. She had it poked away by McLaughlin for a moment, and now is able to recover, and the Bears will play it on back to Abby Hafner.
Bears doing a good job of possessing the ball here, Andrew, getting up the field. They've had majority of possession so far, and it shows on the scoreboard through the first 3.5.
McMacken now trying to chase down a ball on the far side. And now McMacken again deep on the far side, trying to turn the corner, and it's going to roll out of play. And it'll be a goal kick here for the Bears. Kelly Souza. Oh, for the moment, it's kind of a swirling wind right now. Straight across the field, you can see the American flag, and it's kind of been going back and forth across the field. And her kick comes up short of midfield. Katie Zimrello in a foot race for it, chips it along the near side, and it'll skip out of play wide of Maxwell. Taken now by Caitlin Rowley for the Bears, and she throws it in play to Brianna Furtado. Nicole Simmis gets the return pass. Plays it now to Furtado. Up to midfield.
It's great build-up by the Bears here.
Ball chipped into the corner. That's Alana Vincent. Vincent, little stutter step now, squares the net, and the save made by Paula.
It's a big save from Paula there. The Seahawks did not want to go down 2-0 in the first 5 minutes, Andrew, and that was a big-time save from the senior.
McMacken rips the ball away and then feeds it just out of the reach of Maxwell. Rowley will throw it in again. Furtado will chip it back.
It looks like McMacken got shaken up there. We'll keep an eye on her to see how she's feeling.
And she's very important to the Seahawks goal scoring now. Free ball down the right side. McMacken trying to chase it down into the corner. It goes out of play. And they're going to give the goal kick to the Bears.
This Abby's extremely important, Andrew. She's their guy. She does it.
Triggers the offense. McMacken 4 goals, 1 assist on the season. Jamie Robert has 2 goals. Then Katie Zimrello has a singular goal, and then that's it for the Seahawks scoring. So, Seahawks need Abby McMacken.
She's third in the conference in goals, assists, and points, as that's another save from Paula.
And a long-distance try, that time from Delaney Langton. Paula now will punt it out to midfield. DeFalco waiting for it. First touch made by Abby Hafner of the Bears. And they win possession. Furtado. Ball kept alive along the far touchline. Fantasia heads it, but it goes towards the goal. Paula waiting, feeds the bouncing ball, and she will hold it. Kind of caught between a rock and a hard place there. Kelsey Mitchell was on the doorstep, and that ball was going to bounce once, and then Paula decided to jump out and grab it.
It's very aggressive there. She's been good so far, as the Bears have had majority of the chances in the possession.
First 30 seconds, the Seahawks had the possession, had a great chance, had a free kick right around the 20-yard line. Came up wide, and then from there on out, it's been all Bears. Fantasia moves it to Kara Cody. And that's read and taken away by Bongerzone. And the Bears will play it back to the defense. Abby Hafner again out to midfield. Fatardo chips it across the field. That's intercepted. McMacken looking to turn with it. McLaughlin now to the near side. Maxwell pinching in. Waits, plays it into space. McLaughlin will chase it down. Trying to feed it towards the net. That's knocked away. Turning is Caitlin Rowley. Time and space. She feeds it off of Maxwell out of play. Bears will keep it.
Interesting to see, Andrew, if the Seahawks can get some possession here. It'll slow the game down.
I'm sure there's got to be an adjustment as the Bears move this loose ball out of harm's way to playing on the turf. You get to practice on the turf, as they have a bunch, but against a opponent in real-time action,
it's a lot different. As the ball, example there, the ball rolling out of bounds, but if they were at Reynolds, that ball would die in the grass.
Ball chipped off of Maxwell's back foot. Zimrello moves it to Maxwell. Trying to move around Crowley. Stymied there. Maxwell plays it back out near midfield. McLaughlin touch to Katie Zimrello. She'll lob it back all the way across the field to Emily Zimrello. And she's being harassed by Delaney Langton. Nine minutes gone here in this one. Bears lead 1-0. A goal from Emma Sanders.
It's a good ball there to Maxwell.
Maxwell trying to chase it down. Again, Seahawks trying to test this right side. But it's been Caitlin Rowley holding down the fort. Alana Vincent moving it away from Ashley Dignault. Out to midfield now, Nicole Simmis. Drops it back. And Sal, it seems to me the Bears are perfectly content to move forward, then drop back to the defense and really just pick their spots instead of constantly moving forward.
They're just building up. They seem very calm on the ball, where the Seahawks are playing, as parents refer to it, as kick and run almost, where you just kind of, it is what it sounds, you know?
Trying to make something out of nothing.
But the Bears are playing, they're possessing the ball. They're doing a great job through these first 10 minutes. If the option isn't there going forward, there's no reason to go forward.
Kick is deflected, kept along the far touchline. Moved out near midfield, now up high. Turning is Kelsey Mitchell. Up top, a drive from Vincent, skitters wide. And the Seahawks will have a kick here. It's going to be Katie Zimrello doing the honors. And headed forward, but a foul jumping over the back there was Kelsey Mitchell. Zimrello again along the near side to Kara Cody. Her pass deflected, intended from Maxwell. Mitchell drops it back. Rowley now threads the needle to Vincent. Vincent chipping it into space. Here's Saunders wide to the left side. She has the lone goal. And offsides are the Bears.
But again, Andrew, the Bears just taking their time, picking their spots, like you said. And, you know, they've had the majority of the chances so far.
Seahawks, I think, only have one shot, and it was wide off that free kick. So aside from a couple of goal kicks, Kelly Souza has not had to do much yet. Ball out of bounds, and the Bears will get it back and throw it in play on the far side. Abby Hefner. And Souza will come out now to field this loose ball well out of harm's way, and she will wait to kick it away. Out at midfield, Degnall got turned around, couldn't find the ball after it left her foot. Taking it forward now is Caitlin Bongerzone, and almost able to hop to that was Vincent, but a great job there by Amanda Fantasia racing over to feed that one out of play.
Fantasia is also a member of the women's ice hockey team here at Salve.
Plays defense for both squads. Cody.
Good battle there from Cody.
Tied up with Rowley.
Cody is a sophomore from Adams, Massachusetts.
Only 3 non-Massachusetts students on the Bridgewater roster. Here's an interception by Vincent. Trying to chip it across the field, intercepted. Read well by the Seahawks, but held in up top by the Bears. Vincent along now to Crowley. Maxwell touches it out of play, slowing down the Bears for a moment. They keep possession. One 0 Bridgewater. 31:07 to play here in the first half. Zamrello rips the ball away, chips it forward, and it'll be an easy grab for Souza. More of that kick and run you were talking about, Sal. Zamrello can't get to the ball. Now here's a free run. Sanders and Fantasia in a battle for it, and Fantasia wins it away. Now they'll chase into the corner for it. Trying to feed it forward was Fantasia. And a tie-up on the far side. Molly Leary is the one who wins the ball for Salve. Out at midfield, the Bears with possession. McMacken racing in from the backside to take it away. McLaughlin now waiting, and her pass is deflected. Ball hopping at midfield away from Dignall, and drop back to the defense of the Bears. Seahawks had a chance there if they could get clean possession to get off and running. Just could never field it cleanly.
They had Delaney Maxwell open down the line.
Saunders now into the corner. Taking it is Langton in front for a shot that goes high.
That's a golden chance for the Bears there to extend their lead, Andrew.
Kelsey Mitchell dead away. Put that one over the goal. And mark that one down. Just under 30 minutes to play here in the first half. As you said, it could very easily be 2-0. Vincent with the right-footed shot that gets between the legs of Zamrello, but read well by Paula, and she'll hold on for the goal kick. A right-footed kick comes up short of the 50-yard line. McLaughlin chips it forward with the right foot, trying to get it to DeFalco. Ball popped high in the air, bouncing into Bears territory, fed out back towards midfield. And the Bears with possession. Simis at midfield, trying to move it across. McMacken racing in to try and knock it away. Along the near side, Caitlin Rowley. Back to Vincent. Vincent will lob it forward, and it'll bounce to Paula, and she'll hold on.
It's a good idea from Vincent there. Carly Paula's been a busy girl these first 16 and a half minutes. And Kelly Souza has been a spectator like us.
Yeah. Just watching from the right side of the field as the Bears move right to left here in this first half. Vincent angling towards midfield, gets tripped up, and they'll call the foul. Free kick from the 30-yard line.
Seahawks will have all 11 behind the ball.
The Bears put 2 players in front of the ball. Now they spread away for the free kick. Airborne to the goal, and that one just goes wide and high as well. Reaching up was Paula off the kick from Bongerzone.
The junior there, Bongerzone, with a good hit from the 30. And another golden chance for the Bears. They've had multiple chances as they try to extend this lead.
And we'll check the stats, but I believe the Seahawks still with just the 1 shot and none on goal. DeFalco now on the far side, trying to play it forward into space. McMacken pulls it away, drops it back, runs off the foot of Nicole Georges.
Good idea from Zambrello there.
Maxwell has it roll away. It goes off the post and kicks out.
A great ball there from Zambrello. I don't think the left side of Bridgewater was prepared for that. And I don't think Delaney Maxwell was prepared for that either.
Well, Souza, as you said, who's been a spectator most of this half, all of a sudden the ball is bouncing towards her. Maxwell got a foot on it. Here's the corner to the ground. The Bears trying to get it out. McLaughlin heads it once on the ground. McMacken. Now DeFalco turns and fires, and it's wide. But on that golden chance, Maxwell got a piece of the ball. Out was Souza in no position to make a save. It rolled past her, and it just took forever. Slowly went off the post, across the goal mouth, and was kept out. Rowley with the interception. Moved forward now. Here's Emma Sanders. Sanders gets away from Fantasia. Angling to her right. Good job by Zambrello there to come out and challenge as Rowley feeds it back down the near sideline.
McMacken working hard to get possession back.
Mitchell trying to feed it across the field. Chased down by Molly Leary. And it'll be a goal kick for Salve Regina. It was a good job by Zambrello stepping up onto Saunders, who was trying to cross over to her right foot, looking for her second of the afternoon.
There's some action on the Seahawk bench. Can't quite see from here who's warming up.
Yeah, a lot harder from here as opposed to our Reynolds outpost right on the sideline.
Benches are right in front of us.
Bouncing ball at the 18. Trying to get to it was Nicole Simas. And the Bears are whistled for a foul here, and the Seahawks will get the ball back. 24-36 and counting to go in the first half. 1-0 Bridgewater. They scored right out of the gates. But much more action here in the last few minutes from the Seahawks. Maxwell chipping it back to Cody. Zambrello trying to get it away from Taylor Lloyd.
Good pullback there.
Drop to Nagel in the corner. Her left-footed drive careens off of one player, bounces in the slot for the Seahawks. Now booted high in the air. Rowley heads it towards the goal. Out and charging and grabbing it is Paula.
Seahawks' last game was Saturday afternoon at Curry. They got a 2-1 win. 2 goals from Abby McMacken. And the Seahawks haven't lost their opening conference game in the last 5 years, Andrew. So they've gotten off to a great start since CCC.
It's an impressive streak. They'll have their hands full this weekend playing the Gulls of Endicott College up in Beverly. That game right now slated for a 4:30 p.m. start. Goals usually never have any problems with rain because most of their fields are turf.
Yeah.
Ball hops out of play. Seahawks retain possession. It'll be Cody to throw it in. Cody lobs to DeFalco. Her kick is deflected. Kept alive by the Seahawks. Maxwell gets the pass from Emily Smith and then has it taken away by Tess Nagel. Caitlin Rowley lobs it in. McMacken disrupting. Maxwell now trying to spin away from Rowley. Chips it forward. Foot race for McMacken, and it's won by Abby Hafner. Tess Nagel out to midfield. Furtado. Cody trying to move it forward to McMacken. And they call offsides here against the Seahawks, excuse me. With 22 minutes to play in the first half.
Seahawks getting into this one with that golden chance, Andrew. And they put their stamp on that. And it looks like we'll have some substitutions.
Up top, played just wide of Simis. And now a battle in the corner. Amelia Burke trying to win it away. She drives it towards the net. It's stopped in front. And then do they score? They do. Or is it saved by Paula? Nope, it's a score for Bridgewater. That one just hanging on the goal line. Big pile up in front.
Is that her goal? Both goal? Our player kicked it in. Don't leave it up to me.
Bridgewater State goal scored by number 21, Tess Nagel.
So they give it to Tess Nagel.
That's Nagel's first of the season.
And that was much more of a greasy goal than the first one.
Absolutely. Well, Jamie Robert entered the game after the goal for Devin DeFalco.
And keeping in line with the Bears, we talked about their balanced effort. Emma Saunders with the goal, and Nagel with the goal. And that's her first of the season. Shot in front, they score from the far side. It's fed to the front, and Jamie Robert, just like that, gets the Seahawks on the board.
McMacken with a great ball there, Andrew. Robert was all alone from the penalty spot, and she buried it. Sousa had no chance, and that's Robert's third goal of the year and her third goal at Toppa this season. When the Seahawks defeated Rhode Island College 3-1, Jamie Robert had 2 goals on that Saturday afternoon.
This was from 10 or 7.
She likes the turf. That is a massive goal for the Seahawks. Not just to get on the board, but
weather the storm a little bit.
Weather the storm, the way this game was going. Paula charging out to take it away from Tess Nagel.
Great aggressive play there from Carly Paula.
And just to get it so soon after that other goal, just to kind of get the taste of that goal out of your mouth.
Nicole Georges replaced Kayla McLaughlin. And Margaret Hanley replaced Molly Leary.
19:40 to play here in the first half. Things picking up now. It's 2-1 Bridgewater. It had been 1-0 and 2-0 in favor of the Bears. Seahawks with a little life and a little pep in their step right now. Ball out to the near sideline. McMacken will try to keep it in, and she does. McMacken Kicks it off the foot of Bongerzone. Lobs it in now to Robert. Robert in the corner. Has it slide off her foot. She wanted to try and cross it in front. Couldn't square it up. And it'll be a goal kick for Kelly Souza. Rowley with the left foot, plays it forward. Cody there to intercept. Deflects off of Nagel. Maxwell backing up, will drop it back to Amanda Fantasia.
You can see now, Andrew, the body language from both teams has completely changed. The Seahawks applying the pressure, which was not the case for the first 20 to 25 minutes. But now, it looks like the Bears are going to make me wrong. Nope.
Taylor Lloyd kind of awkwardly had to field that with her heel. That's a tongue twister. Say that 5 times fast. And it kicked away from her. The Bears will throw in right from in front of their own bench. Under 18 to play now in the first half. 2-1 Bridgewater. In this non-conference game here on a Wednesday afternoon. Fantasia backing up, turning. Boots it forward. And we'll get a whistle here from the official. Seahawks will keep it. Zemrello has it go off of her out of bounds. So the Bears will get it back now in Seahawk territory, throwing in just inside the 30. Long overhand pass headed towards the goal. Kicked away by Cody. That was Simis in the middle trying to head it towards Carly Pala. And now a fight for it on the far side. And Zemrello just takes the ball right away, trying to feed it forward towards McMacken. It's played in deep once again by the Bears. Headed forward by Zemrello. Kicked forward along the near side. Trying to turn with it is Robert. Robert out to midfield, trying to chip it forward to McMacken. Headed away by the Bears. Out to midfield, Nagel. Looking to play it down the far side. That's knocked away. Ball bouncing out to midfield for Nagel once again. Chased by Maxwell. And a foot race with Rowley. Fed out of play, and the Bears will keep it.
Both teams trying to find the right identities right now. Ball is just going back and forth after that goal from Robert.
Nagel with a twisting kick that's headed away and will head out of bounds.
It'll be a corner kick for the Bears. Their first of the afternoon.
Each team with one. And they're going to switch out now. Initially, it had been Taylor Lloyd in the corner. Now it looks like it's Amelia Burke is the one. Her kick, airborne towards the goal, headed in front, on the ground, it's kicked away, held in up high for a drive that's deflected. Rowley trying to feed it towards the net, and the Seahawks move it away from trouble out to midfield.
And the Seahawks caught a break there. Paula came out, was aggressive as she has been all day, and it's worked for her, but there she went to punch it, she missed, but her defense was there to make the play.
The ball ping-ponged around a couple times there.
As Sam Redmond will enter for Delaney Maxwell.
Cody tosses into Redmond right in the game, gets a touch. Cody now lobs it back to her, moves it forward with the right foot. And Robert strips it and looks to move it forward for McMacken. McMacken down the right side with a twirling kick that goes wide of the far post. Under 15 to play in the first half. Still 2-1 Bridgewater. Souza with the goal kick here for the Bears. Nagel. Drop back to Rowley along the near side. Back to Nagel. Her kick intercepted by Zimrello. Redmond not able to keep it in play. Rowley will toss in for the Bears.
Good step there by Nicole Georges.
Big boot towards the goal, and it's grabbed by Paula, and she will settle things down.
The ball's won by Hanley to Zimrello.
Out to midfield, Robert trying to strip it away. Kept alive by Furtado. Spinning away from Georges. Rowley trying to get away from Cody, trying to cross it in front, turning his Simmons with a drive and a save made by Paula.
Great diving save by Paula there.
Paula now with the goal kick. Long and high, it comes to midfield, drop back to Cody. And her kick sails away from her, out of play. And some more subs. Check onto the field now for the Bears.
Tess Nagel and Brianna Furtado will exit for Rachel Healy and Cassie Brown.
As we're just about to the point with 12 minutes left in this first half. It had been all Bears. They made it 2-0. But the Seahawks responded right away with a goal from Jamie Robert.
And that, Andrew, was a humongous goal.
And it's changed at least the tenor of the game so far. Changed the energy on the field, especially from the Seahawks. Good connected passes there from the Bears. Rachel Healy now to Simmons out at midfield.
As the sun begins to shine here at Toppa, along with the lights.
And you can see on the far side, Kelly Souza holding up her hands over her eyes, trying to see the action.
Brett Wilkes as well.
Rowley trying to feed it forward. That's kicked out of play. Brett Wilkes, Seahawk pitcher, working here today, taking some pictures on the far sideline. You'll be able to see afterwards on our website. McMacken dribbles forward, trying to cross to her right. McMacken keeps it alive. It ricocheted off the foot of Hafner. But it's going to go back to the Bears. Healy trying to turn with it. Drops it back to her defense.
The Bears struggling to possess out of their end of the game, end of the half rather.
And that's really what they were doing so well at the beginning of this game.
That's what was separating these two.
And a beautiful ball down the right side. McMacken now chasing it down, has some space. McMacken waiting, crosses over to her left. Some daylight. McMacken with a left-footed kick that twists just high.
McMacken was offsides originally, but creeped back a little, and then the ball was played through, and she was able to get that chance as she will exit.
A little bit of rest here with 9.5 remaining here in the first half.
She'll be replaced by Amanda Bentz, freshman from Mount Wolf, Pennsylvania.
And we were talking about the sun. It's an odd setup here at Toppa Field. Most fields are oriented north-south. And that's why you hear about in football and soccer, you want to be moving north-south and not east-west, quite literally referring to moving forward on the field. Well, right here, the field is oriented east-west, so you do get the sun playing a major factor for one team, depending on the time of day you play.
And the Seahawks currently moving west, and they'll be moving east in about 25 minutes.
You sound like weathermen.
Yeah.
There's a Seahawk front moving from east to west.
I mean, we did talk about the rain before, so we could be weathermen for the time being.
As long as we get more of this, cool and overcast is fine by me. The dog days of summer can please be behind us.
Could not agree more, Andrew.
Ball free at midfield. Cody chips it forward. Runs off the foot of Amanda Bentz. And out of play along the far sideline. Good effort, though, from Amelia Burke. Sliding to try and keep it in play. Now a throw in here for the Seahawks out at midfield. Bentz, 1-on-2, able to keep it alive. Bentz down the left side, trying to chip it forward, loses her footing.
But wins the corner.
So second corner now for Salve. And it'll be Katie Zimrello to put it in play on the northeast corner of the field. The kick bounces forward and is kicked away from trouble quickly by the Bears. Zimrello races in again, trying to drive it towards the net, and hopping to it is Souza. Clean field there. Under 7 to play in the first half. 2-1 Bridgewater State. Andrew Pizzelli bringing you the call alongside Saul Gualtieri in this non-conference meeting.
And this game has almost the conference feel. These teams have met so many times. And these teams know each other very well.
Salve plays Bridgewater in many of their sports. Those schools are very familiar with each other. And not too far down the road.
And since their coach, Yasmina Carvalho, has joined, this is their 4th season, the Bears have reached the MESCAC semifinals, at least the semifinals, in their first 3 seasons.
Free kick here for the Bears. The Seahawks put 5 players in a bunch. Bongerzone with the drive, and it's high and off the field to play.
It's very interesting delivery there. The Bears formed their own wall. So there was a wall of Bears and then a wall of Seahawks. And the wall split for Bongerzone.
It would seem in an attempt just to throw off the timing of when the Seahawks would expect the kick to be coming. We would have to find out from the players afterwards and Carly Paula in the goal how much that strategy affects you. Obviously, we have the bird's eye view. We see what's coming. How much that traffic there affects your defense. In front, bicycle kick goes wide. Spinning in the air was Taylor Lloyd on that attempt.
It's a great attempt there.
Excuse me, make that Nicole Simis going airborne to try and feed that one towards the goal. She made solid contact, but put it wide left. 4.5 to play here in the first half. Carly Paula, a little bit miscommunication there with Zimrello. Carly able to jump on that loose ball. And now we'll kick it forward. Rowley along the near side. Out to midfield. Turning with it is Hannah Johnson. Feeding it down the far side. And that ball is going to stay on the field of play, and Fantasia will just kick it out of play. Throw in for the Bears. Simis heads it towards the goal. Paula trying to get to it, and she cannot, and they score. Well, Simmons just had a beautiful chance on a bicycle kick. This time, a high header that just dropped out of the heavens behind Carly Paula.
Carly is baffled with that play and herself almost. And that's a big goal for the Bears to take into the half. If it in fact holds up for the next 3.5. (3-1) Bridgewater. See how the Seahawks respond. The Bears had dominated the beginning part of this game. They made it 2-0, and then the Seahawks quickly responded, and it's been pretty much even since then. Both teams trading chances. Robert falls to the ground. She tries to feed it out to midfield. Zamrello, 1-on-2. Players fall to the ground. The ref says play on. There was some miscommunication there between Emily Smith, Nicole Georges, and Katie Zamrello. They all kind of just went for the same ball there. No communication.
Ball out of play. Seahawks will keep it. Throwing in is Samantha Redmond. Now she'll give it back to Cody to lob in. With 2:18 and counting here in the first half.
Battle of there. And Abby Hefner is able to win a goal kick.
Souza's kick comes up short of midfield, booted forward by Redmond. Robert trying to head it towards the goal. Redmond trying to head it back to Robert in play. It goes out of bounds. Throw in with 99 seconds left in the first half for the Bears. Cody boots it forward. Robert trying to win it in the corner. Does a good job to keep it in play, trying to turn towards the goal. She's tripped up.
She won a penalty.
And they're going to give it to her.
A big chance here for the Seahawks to get their second right before the half. It'll be Emily Smith
on the penalty stroke.
Smith is a freshman from New London, Connecticut.
What a way to get your first goal of the season. Clock stop with 1:21 to play here in the first half. Smith with the kick and the save made by Souza. Follow-up chance by Smith is wide.
That's a golden opportunity for the Seahawks. And a big-time save from Kelly Souza there.
As we tick now towards the final minute, the Seahawks have had a couple of those now, just near misses. Sal, how much of being the goalie in that situation is trying to read the player, and how much is it just guessing which way is going to be the right way to go?
It's all a guess. The pressure is all on the shooter. They could completely miss the net, and the goalie's a hero. But a great save there, and that was huge. But it's just a huge guess for the goalies. I mean, you can kind of read body language. You could tell, but most of the time, you just gotta go for it. Because if you dive the wrong way, you dive the wrong way.
Yeah.
There's nothing you can really do. They're only 8 yards from the goal. But a fantastic save from Kelly Souza there
8, 7,
as we close out this first half.
4, 3, 2.
A great save by Souza. And then the rebound chance from Smith went wide, and the Seahawks, just by the difference of a couple of inches, could have this game tied, but a couple of inches going in favor of the Bears, and they lead 3-1. Sal, what's your takeaway from how this first half went?
Well, the first 20-25 minutes, all Bears. They scored that first goal so fast, and then the Seahawks kind of picked it up a little bit, were able to possess, and then the Bears got that second goal, which kind of baffled us. We were kind of confused, and then Jamie Robert got one back so fast, and then the Seahawks settled down. They picked up the pace, and then the Bears just got them again. And that penalty save was a huge momentum shifter in favor of the Bears if the third goal wasn't already.
Yeah. 3-1 is the score. We have reached halftime. We will take a break and then be back with the call of the second half of this non-conference game between Salve Regina and Bridgewater State here in Newport.
Eli.
Welcome back to Toppa Field here in beautiful and historic Newport, Rhode Island. Andrew Pizzelli alongside Saul Gualtieri bringing you the call of this game, non-conference matchup between the Seahawks and the Bears, and it is Bridgewater with a 3-1 advantage as we have 45 more minutes up on the board. And Sal, what do the Seahawks have to do here to start this second half and in this second half to come back in this game?
They need to win the first 5, maybe 10 minutes. It needs to be 3-2 or 3-3. I mean, we'll take it by the half-hour mark. If it's not, they'll be scrambling. But I think that they need to get at least 1 goal in the first 10.
Seahawks had a number of chances late in that first half after falling behind 2-0. They finally got the offense rolling a little bit. They've had a shot go off the post and careen across the goal mouth, and then a penalty kick and a follow-up try that missed. And let's see what kind of energy and intensity the Seahawks bring here to start this second half as the kick is fielded by Souza, who after not having to do much in that first half, kind of was on her toes for the later part of the first half.
The Seahawks will now be shooting in the east goal, and the Bears will be shooting on the west goal.
Seahawks moving right to left now in this half. And we'll see if the sun does creep out again at all behind the clouds.
Well, it was a good stop by Cody there.
Kelsey Mitchell was trying to feed it forward before it was stymied. Seahawks would be working into the sun here this half. The lights are on. They have been on the whole time, but with the sun fading in the west and the cloud cover, the lights becoming more of a factor definitely by the end of this game. Ball lobbed in. Simmons trying to cross it in front, and it goes out of play off the side of the goal. Seahawks will get a goal kick from Carly Paula. Seahawks had 8 shots in the first half, 2 on goal. Meanwhile, the Bears, 13 shots, 7 on the net. Seahawks with the 2-1 corner advantage. Zimrello chasing back, just feeds that ball out of play. And good possession here for the Bears to start the half. Rowley trying to get away from Maxwell. Cody feeds it out of play.
The Bears have come out in the first half and the second half, applying the pressure.
Ball thrown in. Zimrello trying to square it and feed it out towards midfield. Easy keep in there for the Bears. This one careens off a couple players. Fantasia races out, as does Paula to grab it. And we'll wait to boot it away.
Paula with a smart play there, being aggressive.
Emily Zimrello. Left-footed kick down the near sideline. Chugging is Devin DeFalco, trying to win the race, and it's fed out of play by Abby Hafner. Credit the hustle of DeFalco there. DeFalco again battling in the corner, and she rips it away. Tied up. Big time battle in the corner with DeFalco and Campbell. DeFalco again. Looking to move it up top. Dignall plays it to the top of the box. Zimrello with the drive off the hands of Souza out of play.
That's a great hit from Zimrello there, Andrew. Able to win the corner for the Seahawks. It'll be their second.
It'll be Emily Zimrello.
As Katie calls to the corner.
Seahawks have 2 sets of twins, the Zimrellos and the Papiros. Roller off the corner, played back to Zimrello, and she will kick it high and wide. Missed opportunity there for Salve. Daigneault trying to play it into the corner. McMacken sprinting to keep it alive. Feeds it off the side of the goal. Abby McMacken pretty quiet in that first half. She was taken out with around 12 minutes, I think, left to play.
And the Seahawks got to get her involved, Andrew, if they're going to get back into this one.
Right now, Robert with the lone goal. And more bounce scoring from the Bears.
The only goals that McMacken hasn't scored this season for the Seahawks have been here. In the 3-1 victory over Rhode Island College, Katie Zambrello had one and Jamie Robert had two. And Robert has the lone goal today.
Katie Zambrello fighting with Emma Sanders, and they're letting them play a lot of arm barring happening there. And now here's a chance. If this ball can stay in for McMacken, and she will drive it towards the goal, hopping to Souza. McLaughlin was crashing the net in case the Bears keeper couldn't hold on to that. Fantasia intercepts, plays it up to midfield. Cassidy Campbell for the Bears walks it forward, has it taken away. McLaughlin looking around, chipping it into space. McMacken now off and running. Here comes Rowley closing fast. The kick just misses the post.
It's a great ball there from McLaughlin. And McMacken in space. And those are the chances the Seahawks are going to need.
And they're feeding her now. As you said, Sal, Seahawks really aggressively trying to get on the board again here in the first 10 minutes of this half. A big collision out at midfield.
But Kara Cody takes it like a champ, and
Nicole Simmons knocking her to the ground, but a good show of sportsmanship, helping her back up. No bad blood. Just a tough play. There's the misconception that soccer is not a contact sport. There is plenty of contact that can occur.
We were talking pregame. It's definitely more contact than everybody thinks.
Maxwell had a left-footed chance there that went right into the mitts of Souza. Fantasia trying to head it forward. It'll roll out of play, thrown in quickly by Delaney Langton. Kelsey Mitchell had it spin away from her. It'll be a throw-in for the Bears. Langton will toss it in along the near touchline. Lob through the air. Simmons heading it towards the goal, and Paula will field it on the hop. Paula's kick sailing with the wind past midfield, booted back by the Bears. McLaughlin trying to step to it at midfield, forces it to the near side. Furtado trying to escape Daigneault. So Cassidy Campbell feeds it forward. Here's Emma Sanders, who had the first goal for the Bears, trying to thread the needle through to Mitchell. Instead, Katie Zambrello along to the near side. Depth in play for DeFalco with a sliding tackle there. Out of play, and it will be Bears ball. Lobbed over Mitchell. Katie Zambrello kicks out to midfield. McMacken boots it in the air. Settled down by Rowley for the Bears. Emily Zambrello. Taken away by Furtado. Sanders trying to settle it. Fantasia kicks back along the near sideline. Molly Leary to Dignall. Seahawks wanted to try and move it to the opposite side of the field, read by Rowley well.
Maxwell's got a lot of real estate right in front of those benches, Andrew.
Emily Zamorello trying to chip it forward, giving back to the Bears, but the whistle comes here against Bridgewater as the winds pick up here at Toppa Field. Blowing in favor of the Seahawks right now. Zamorello drives the kick forward. First touch by the Bears. Foot race for it now, and it's fed back out to midfield. Amanda Fantasia for Salve. Trying to move it forward once again. Sanders nearly could have turned with that, would have had a 2-on-1 break. Instead, Cody will just fire it across the field and not a play. Spinning away is Brianna Furtado. Crossfield pass picked off by Maxwell. Trying to chip it forward for McLaughlin. Maxwell again able to get a piece of it. Ball loose at midfield. Down was Furtado for a moment. She was shaken up for the Bears. Simis trying to move it forward. No one home there for Bridgewater, so Paula will field it. .34-24 to play here in the second half. And I'd say it's out those first 10 minutes. Lots of chances for the Seahawks, but not able to finish yet.
But the momentum is definitely on their side, Andrew, and they've picked it up after that late goal and that missed penalty by the Seahawks right before the first half ended.
I say it's the hardest thing in sports is when you're trying to make a comeback is feeling like you're always climbing uphill because you expend so much effort to try and get back into the game.
And then you finally get that chance to get over the hump, and you can't.
And if you don't get it, it's demoralizing. The Seahawks, plenty of time left in this game. But you feel like you need that goal right around now, sometime soon, just to keep that momentum and that energy up. As you can't afford to have any lapses now, trailing by 2 goals. And the Bears, as we've seen, like to be opportunistic.
Being up by 2 goals. And there's a saying is McLaughlin is called for the foul there.
Tripping up Caitlin Rowley.
That 2-0 is the most dangerous lead in soccer, and 3-1 is the same. You know, it's a 2-goal lead, but the 2-goal lead is the most dangerous lead because if there's that mental lapse being up by 2 goals, you let up the goal, and you're not able to regain the focus, happens again. And just like that, it's tied up. So a few breaks for the Seahawks here, and we could have a tie game, but that first one's got to happen as McMacken with a great chance.
McMacken trying to get around Rowley all alone. McMacken trying to weave her way through 2 Bears, and the ball's knocked away. That's just good individual defense there from the Bears. Trying to take away a dangerous player. Now here's a run for Bridgewater. Back the other way. Cody hustling to get back into the frame defensively. Absorbs a hit. Ball out high. Knocked away. McLaughlin will just kick it out of play to slow things down. And that time, no patience from the Bears. Quickly on the counterattack. Sanders along the far sideline. Moves it out high to Rowley. Headed forward and wide into the corner. It will hop out of play, and it'll be a goal kick for the Seahawks. And the sun poking out once again from behind the clouds. And this time it will be in the Seahawks' eyes. Zamorello waiting on the kick. Drives it forward. Dignall able to get a piece of it. Fired back in deep once again by the Bears. Sanders trying to fire it on a hop. And it will go off of Fantasia and out of play. And we will have a corner here. That'll be Sanders in the near side corner for Bridgewater. Leading 3-1 with 31 minutes left to play. Here's the kick. And it finds the ground, kept alive in the corner on the far side. Rowley up top, trying to feed it back into the box once again. Seahawks get to it, a whistle, and Salve will keep the ball.
An offsides call there by the referee. Just over 30 minutes remaining here at Toppa. Seahawks still trail by 2.
McMacken trying to thread the needle to DeFalco. Again, more of the Seahawks missing by inches.
And the Bears now slowing the game down, possessing the ball like they did earlier in the first half, and it helped them build that 2-goal lead.
The Seahawks are going to be desperate to score, so they're going to want to work quickly. Bridgewater happy to just connect passes and then take opportunities when they come. Down the far side now, Mitchell trying to get it to Sanders. Rowley jumps to it on the far side, looking to turn the corner on Cody. In deep, Rowley plays it forward, headed into the box. And now chased down along the near side. Trying to turn with it is Langton, trying to cross it in front. That's knocked away. Out to DeFalco. DeFalco turning, looking, trying to play it to McMacken. And it's fired out of play. And last touched by the Seahawks.
Every time the Seahawks try to counter and get a chance, you just see 3 red shirts swarm towards McMacken. They know the Bears know that the Seahawks are looking for her. And if someone's going to beat them, they certainly don't want it to be her.
Bears with possession at midfield. Campbell. Zemrello on the near side for Salve. Trying to move it forward. Leary got caught in the turf for a moment. Now Katie Zemrello. Drop back to Cody. Delaney Maxwell. Spinning at midfield, trying to race away from Rowley, who does a good job to catch up to her and kick it out of play, slowing up the Seahawk rush. Seahawks lob it in. McMacken on the far side is called off. .47 left to play here in the second half. 3-1 the lead for Bridgewater. They've led the entire time. Jumped out to a 2-0 lead. Seahawks answered right away. The lone goal from Robert. They've had multiple chances to get on the board since. Have not been able to. It's just been a slow, steady dose of scoring from Bridgewater. Ball lobbed towards McMacken. Knocked out of play. And they're going to give it back to Bridgewater. Furtado. Trying to move it across for Mitchell. Drop back to Campbell. Furtado. Angled off the ball, kept alive, and it'll be Bears ball. We get a couple of substitutions now coming in for the Bears. Throw in by Campbell, looking for Simis. Sails over her head. Fantasia boots it high in the air. That'll be another throw-in for Bridgewater. Campbell again Headed towards the goal, and Paula will snag it. Melissa Morton that time, just checking into the game with the header chance. Campbell tracks it down along the near side. Nicole Georges to Emily Smith at midfield. Smith had those 2 chances at the end of the first half. Another ball just missing McMacken.
And Devin DeFalco and Molly Leary will exit. Jamie Robert and Margaret Hanley will enter.
Here's Robert just into the game, trying to feed one in front. Bounced away off of Campbell. Seahawks trying to keep it in. Robert turning and firing, and that's blocked. Back to Maxwell. She chips it into the box. McMacken trying to spin it on the net. And the Seahawks will get a corner. Jamie Robert trying to duplicate her feat in the first half of checking into the game and scoring immediately.
She loves Toppa, that's for sure.
Corner kick from the northwest corner of the field for Salve. Chip towards the goal over the hands of Souza. But a whistle will give it back to the Bears. Lots of near misses. A lot of those, almost just moments for the Seahawks here in this game, which I'm sure has been frustrating.
And the biggest one was the biggest 2, I would say, was that chance that we did not expect, that Delaney Maxwell chance, the one that ricocheted off the post, and of course, the penalty, the missed penalty, and the great save by Souza, but then the follow-up. For sure, we'll have the Seahawks kicking themselves until or if they get one.
Well, right now, that save by Souza is the turning point in this game right now.
Absolutely.
It was already 3-1 at that point, but that save is so critical to maintaining momentum and the lead for Bridgewater. Robert doing a good job to shield the defender there. Plays it across. Maxwell up top, dancing, has it poked away by Rowley. McMacken trying to close the distance, rips it away. McMacken now looking to angle middle. That's knocked away from her, and Mitchell feeds it to the far side. Maxwell wanted to keep it in play, but the Bears able to collect with time and space, feed it out to midfield. Zamrello hit from behind as she made that kick. Seahawks will get the free kick here just over midfield. Clock soon becoming a factor. 22:35 and counting to go here in this one.
More than halfway through this second half.
Katie Zamrello's kick headed towards the goal. Save made by Souza. I think that was Smith in the fray there who headed that one towards the net.
Smith, of course, looking for that goal that she thought she had before.
Another free kick for the Seahawks. Katie Zamrello driving it forward. Free ball, Robert trying to get to it, but out comes Souza aggressively that time, reading the play. Ball out of play. It'll be a throw-in for the Bears. In control of this one, 21-24 to play and counting here in the second half, leading 3-1. Cassidy Campbell, the senior from Norton, lobbing it in. Goes off of Lloyd out of play. Another long throw in deep from the corner. Up top, headed away by Smith. Loose at the top of the box. The Bears trying to get to it, and it's fed wide of the net and out of play by Kelsey Mitchell, senior from Bristol, Rhode Island. Not too far away from here in Newport. Zemrello steps to a ball at the 20-yard line, feeds it out to midfield, and it will spin out of play. More possession here for Bridgewater.
That's been the story today, Andrew. Bears just putting the ball on the ground and playing.
At this point, Sal, in the game, 20 minutes left. How aggressive do you want to get as far as trying to beat that pressure and that possession and cause turnovers and maybe sacrifice giving up a counterattack? Or do you really try and wait a little longer? You need 2 goals.
I think since they're down 2, they should press a little bit. Maybe have either one of the Zemrellos or Caracoti even join the attack and push up. Switch to 3 in the back and add somebody forward, because that extra body can make a difference. I mean, they've had great chances, but as of late in the second half, they haven't had that great chance.
It's been a couple of those. Oh, if McMacken could have gotten that.
Yep.
Lloyd with a drive, cleanly fielded by Paula. Had her eyes on that one the whole way.
But the Bears doing a great job, Andrew. As soon as Paula makes the play, they're all moving back.
Margaret Hanley chipping it forward. McMacken with the ball. Trying to feed it down the far sideline. Delaney Maxwell. Long strides into the corner. It's going to go out of play, and the Seahawks will get a corner. 18:40 and counting.
And 3 seniors will exit: Nicole Georges, Delaney Maxwell, and Abby McMacken.
I'm sure to get a quick breather.
For sure.
The kick. McLaughlin with the drive off the side of the net. Sousa's goal kick is ricocheted out of play, and she will try again. Low line drive. Bounces off a Seahawk, kept alive at midfield. And now the Bears come away with possession. Hops away from Lloyd. Fantasia dropping back quickly, grabs it for the Seahawks. And her pass goes out of play. You can hear Yasmina Carvalho yelling instructions to her team, the 5th-year head coach. Fired towards the goal, headed on net, and they score! Lloyd on the feed from Allison Aldred, who just checked into the game recently. And it's 4-1 Bridgewater.
Taylor Laurie, the senior from Halifax, Massachusetts. That's her 2nd of the season.
And now you wonder if you'll see the big guns from the Seahawks even check back into this game. If you look ahead to the conference game coming up this weekend, if you'd rather get the likes of Maxwell and McMacken rest.
Save your horses.
State goal scored by
Now, you want to win every game, but the way this game has gone so far, it's just been the Bears' day.
Aldred.
Through ball knocked away. Aldred now with a drive, and she scores. 2 quick goals from the Bears. And just like that, it's 5-1.
Just like that, Andrew. The Seahawks should be the ones applying the pressure, being aggressive, but it's the Bears who have been the aggressor all day. And through the first 75, it's been all Bears. And the scoreboard absolutely shows that.
Goal scored by number 6, Allison Aldred.
And more bounced scoring. Scoring coming from all over the place. We said how anytime the Seahawks have the ball anywhere near McMacken, there's 3 red jerseys racing to her. Can't do that for Bridgewater.
I feel like their whole team has scored a goal almost this season. And coming in, they had 8 different goal scorers. I mean, they have 5 goals today.
Foul on the far side against the Bears. .15:23 to play and counting. Seahawks had their chances in this game for sure. Right at the beginning of the game, Abby McMacken had a chance on a free kick. We've had balls go off of posts right across the goal. Penalty kicks. Save made there by Souza.
That's a great save. Haven't said Souza's name much as she's down.
She's a little shaken up there.
Haven't said her name much, but she has made some big-time saves.
She hung in the air there to make that save. And then got upended. Down for a minute, and while she's tended to, we will step aside. Welcome back to Toppa Field. Kelly Souza up and okay. She's going to stay in this game. We saw Tori Viola-Laurie warming up, the freshman from Brockton.
Looking to get her first collegiate appearance, and she was itching for a chance.
Souza, though, the junior, going to stay in there, able to shake off that hit. I think that was maybe more of a instance where you just have the wind knocked out of you. McMacken with a long-distance drive, and it's saved by Souza. And when you go up into the air like that, she came down on her stomach. Who knows? You land on the ball. That's one of the worst things. You see that happen in football more often. A guy catches a ball and goes down to the ground, and when you land on that ball, knocks the wind right out of you. Rachel Healy trying to play it forward. Kelly Mitchell trying to get away from Smith. Aldred, who just has the most recent goal for the Bears. 5 different goal scorers here today for Bridgewater.
Allison Aldred, Emma Sanders, Nicole Seamus, Taylor Lloyd, and Tess Nagel.
Here's a ball for McMacken down the right side. Her drive off the hands of Souza, and then just out of the reach of the sliding Devin DeFalco, who was trying to one-time that one into the net.
Kelly Souza again, Andrew. Making some big-time saves, even if it's a 4-goal lead. She's not losing focus. She's staying engaged.
Jessica Watson plays it in from the near side. Aldred trying to keep it in play, cannot. Watson will throw in once again. .22 to go here in the second half. This one got away from the Seahawks quick here. With 2 very quick goals.
It's a great ball by Watson.
Maxwell trying to feed it towards the goal. Can't handle it. 4-goal lead for the Bears with 12 minutes to play.
Jess Watson, a junior from Holbrook, New York. Fellow Long Islander.
I asked you before the game, Sal. I said, you said you had played for upwards of 17 years. How often did you play on turf? And you said, our high school, we had 3 turf fields.
Jess Watson actually went to my rival high school, which is, we won't talk about St. John the Baptist on this broadcast. But, yeah. As she clears.
And the ball will slowly trickle out of play along the near side. Seahawks will get it back. Now this one right now feeling pretty academic with 11 minutes to play. And in a way, as McMacken now again off and running, Bears defense converges. McMacken angling her way to midfield. Now back to her left, hesitating, gives it over for a drive that's deflected and blocked. That's Mia Papiro. Ball fed out of play. Seahawks will keep it. Getting to play on the turf. You're going to be playing on turf on Saturday, so good opportunity to do a lot of self-scouting heading into a conference game on turf.
And Endicott is a tough opponent. Preseason picked to win the conference. So big game for the Seahawks as both clubs enter the contest on Saturday 1-0.
Endicott, 2017 regular season champ and CCC tournament champ, trying to repeat. McLaughlin out in front with time and space. Save made by Susan. The ball rolls wide of the pipe. If that does not epitomize the way the day has gone for the Seahawks, I don't know what does.
Andrew, you said it. That there's been some golden opportunities, and the ball that just rolled the wrong way for the Seahawks, and it's rolled the right way for the Bears. As the Bears have had goals that just trickle past the line, and the Seahawks can't buy those right now. And yes, 5-1 seems lopsided, but sometimes the score doesn't tell the tale of the game, and I feel like as if the 5-1 score isn't indicative of the game that was played today.
Totally agree. Off the corner, ball headed, kept alive up front, little lob shot towards the goal, headed again and blocked in front. Bears look to clear, and they do. More ping pong action in front of Kelly Souza. I'd say head coach Jane Walsh is going to love the effort she's getting out of her team, despite it being a 4-goal differential right now with 9 minutes left. Smith in the corner trying to roll one in front, out of play. And we'll get another corner. Katie Zimmerello in the corner will put it in play. Drives the leg. McMackin heads it, but it heads right back to the corner to Zimmerello. She settles it down, trying to get it towards Maxwell, picked off by the Bears. Fell out of play by Delaney Langton. Ball lobbed towards the goal. McLaughlin with a drive, just one-timing it well high and out of play. It'll be chased down on the Rogers softball diamond by Ed Habershaw. Bears with possession and the lead, 7.5 to play. Ball lobbed over the head. Amanda Fantasia trying to track it down, trying to spin with Simis. Make that Melissa Morton. That's a tough play for Fantasia, running and looking almost directly back over her shoulders for that ball. Smith to Papiro, chipping it into the near side. Brianna Gustin up high to McLaughlin. Across to Maxwell, who feeds it forward. McMackin trying to turn the corner. Hesitates now, drives it well wide behind the net and out of play.
Despite the 5-1 line entry, you have to admire the Seahawks right now. They've had majority of the possession since that 5th goal. And being down 4 goals could easily be demoralizing as it is, but they've done a great job. And there's mostly bench players on the field right now for the Seahawks, but they're still putting in the work right now, and they're playing well, playing hard.
Well, and it's a great thing about sports. I was speaking with our Salve Regina's head football coach last week after a loss they had to Montclair, and he put it perfectly well. He says, it's a great thing about sports is, even when you lose, you don't fail. There's always opportunities to learn, to improve, to get better, to analyze yourself. And this is a situation right now where the Seahawks are going to lose this game.
But they're finding out.
But they're finding out a lot about themselves, about character, about effort. There's always things to take away from a game if you go out and try and play it the right way. And if you don't play it the right way, your coach is going to see that and you're going to hear about it.
Yep.
So, as you said, credit to them for putting up a continuous fight here in this game. Carly Pala with the goal kick. It's a doubleheader today here at Toppa between the men's and women's teams. 2 non-conference matchups. Seahawks wrapping up this game here against the Bears. And it's a battle of the Bears as the Coast Guard men's soccer team has arrived in the building. They will take on the undefeated Salve Regina men's team at 7 o'clock. Make sure to stick around for that action, which is sure to be a good matchup. If there's one thing you can expect out of a team like the United States Coast Guard Academy, it's toughness.
They're going to bring it.
They are going to bring it. And head coach Craig O'Rourke wanting to test his team. They're undefeated right now. They have a big conference game this weekend against Endicott. Trying to keep that unbeaten streak alive, and they'll have their hands full tonight with the Bears.
And you said, Andrew, playing hard. Coast Guard, more yellow cards than goals scored this season. So interested to see how that game will play out, because the Seahawks are going to have to deal with a lot of toughness tonight. So we'll see if they could match their toughness.
Under 4 to play here, 5-1. The lone goal for the Seahawks belonging to Jamie Robert. Her third of the season, 1 goal behind Abby McMacken in her team leading 4. Here's a run down the left side and a whistle at the end, taking away a chance for the Bears. Katie Zamrello spins the kick forward. Intercepted and driven out to midfield, wide of Mia Papiro. Jen Quinn chasing the ball down into the corner. Mitchell trying to settle it down up top. Kick spun towards the goal, and it's grabbed and held. And that's Maddie Teal in the net now for Salve Regina.
It's her first collegiate appearance, the freshman from Ellington, Connecticut.
Mia Papiro with a drive, and it's saved by Souza. Papiro spins away with the ball. 2 minutes and 20 seconds remaining. Souza's kick airborne to midfield. Bouncing away from Emily Smith. Jumping back is Amanda Fantasia. Over the head of Gustin, she tracks it down along the near touchline. Final 2 minutes here at Toppa Field. Abby McMacken, stutter step down the left side, trying to turn the corner, trying to get to her right foot. Now back inside, McMacken weaving her way with a shot, and she scores! Zigzagging her way down the left side, McMacken dazzling on that goal.
Great goal there for McMacken. Too little, too late, though, for the Seahawks.
Gina goal scored by number 10, Abby McMacken.
Safe to say, unassisted on that goal.
I would go with that, absolutely. Unassisted for McMacken.
You dangle your way through 4 players. That goal is all yours.
That's her 5th of the season. And here come the Seahawks again.
Papiro trying to chip it to McMacken. McMacken trying to rip it away from behind. Fed out of play. And this is, I mean, we've said it twice now, but it really is a thing to see the Seahawks. I mean, they're yelling, communicating the energy. You would think this is a tie game.
It's almost as if they just took the lead.
Or took the lead. Those are the little things that are encouraging, you know, in losses you want to see out of your team. And momentum building. Every
game is a lesson, and especially a loss. And the Seahawks are finding out right now about their team that they have heart. And they're going to fight all 90 minutes. They're going to battle. And they're going to bring toughness to the field, regardless of what the score is.
Papiro with a drive that goes over the net. 20 seconds and counting left. Well, the Seahawks are going to fall to 3-2 on the season. The Bears will get over 500. 3-2-1 will be their record. And as we get the countdown here from Matt Hurd,
5, 4,
this one will go final. Bears led the whole way. The Seahawks had their chances, but just not enough. A balanced scoring effort from Bridgewater. And they're victorious in this one, 5-2. Sal, what's your final takeaway here from this game?
This 5-2 was not indicative of the performance. I mean, 5-2 for the Bears is indicative of the performance because they came away with the win. But for the Seahawks, this game was very intense, very tight from the get. And even though the Bears scored within the first 2 minutes, you didn't really feel like the Seahawks were completely out of it. Even when they were down 3-1, they had some chances not go their way, and the Bears had some chances go their way, bounces as well, and that was really the story.
Seahawks fall to 3-2, but they are 1-0 in conference play, and they will put that on the line this weekend against Endicott College, who is 0-1, a tie on their conference record. And that game will be up in Beverly this Saturday at 4:30 p.m. The Seahawks will then have another non-conference game on the road at Framingham on the 25th, and then back home here on the 27th at Reynolds Field. A 4 o'clock start slated for that game. I'd like to thank you all for joining and for listening. For Saul Galtieri, I am Andrew Pizzelli. Once again, your final Bridgewater State 5, Salve Regina 2. Have a good night, everyone.